Hang time, moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge to the game like it's credit, Your team crowd need an edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a play to revive, let's get a shot pressing. They say what I say, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up.
And we've got time for whatever works, David. Thanks. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Houston. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, Golden State. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And I think for the Rockets, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
I don't think they played their best basketball. So if things do come together for them before the end of the regular season, look out.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the 5 down low. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3, the small forward. Green. Good D by Covington. And Draymond Green does so much on the floor. It's hard to quantify by any measure.
And people have called Draymond a product of the system before. But I don't care where he is. Draymond is going to be a major impact with his defense and playmaking.
And the basket by Curry.
Showing patience, taking time to read the defense. Draymond finds the open man.
In the corner, it's Westbrook. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Westbrook against Curry. Here's Chris. Westbrook with the block.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups. Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Back to Curry. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Curry's got his second bucket tonight.
I like the way Clay now studies a defense and makes great decisions with the ball.
Pass to Tucker. Here's Westbrook. Warriors with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
The advantage of having a point guard you can trust. Steph Curry has one thing in mind. How can we score?
Now here's Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers. Thompson right side. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
The best scorers, the high-usage guys like Clay, they know how to create space when there's none.
Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Curry finds Wiggins from deep. Curry can't get it to go.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. He never gave up and challenged the deep one.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. They trail by 1.
The Golden State Warriors, so great offensively. People forget about their defense. Their length and IQ make them tough to deal with, especially in the playoffs.
In the last couple seasons, Golden State's defense in the regular season slipping off just a bit.
You know what I think what happens is with their elite offense, I think they started to rest a bit more on defense. Also, when you've been to the finals 5 straight years, just posting can occur.
Even double team, he had the vision to see the open man.
Here's Poole. 17 points in his last outing. Pascal, the pass to Poole. From deep. Green with the rebound. Houston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Rivers, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in, and Wiggins throws it down.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Rivers kicks to McLemore. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Poole, back to Looney, and there it is for him.
Terrific work inside from Looney. He continues to get more comfortable down there.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Houston moving the ball around, and it's good, 2 points. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Wiggins passes to Looney.
Turnover. Houston ball.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the left wing, McLemore dishes to Rivers. It's Carroll on the wing. He got it up, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. The first quarter. So much talent on this Warriors team. Draymond Green talking.
The way I judge, whether we can play.
You know, Greg, defense is Draymond's specialty, no question about it.
And it all starts on that end. The Warriors feel like if they take care of business at that end, the offense will take care of itself.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Houston, Jamari Carroll is out there with Green. Then it's Rivers. Then it's McLemore. And it's Clemens in at the 1. Here's Carroll. The Warriors making the shot. And Pascal pulls it down.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Here's Wiggins. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4. You know, the league is trying to maximize competition, Steve, and flatten the draft lottery odds has been one way to do it. And would that be enough? Is there still work to be done in that regard?
I love the way they've done it so far, but I still think they can tweak it even more, and we'll get a better product on the floor where teams get a chance to compete for all 82 games. I like what I'm seeing right now.
Warriors leading by 5. Tries from 16, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Green draws the double. Shot to stop the run. You can't get that one. The Warriors go the other way. Their last encounter was in San Francisco.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
It was a sizable loss, and it was mostly due to their awful passing and ball control. They just need to use better judgment in this game.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. He's perfect from the line this time. Well, the former UCLA Bruin, Kevon Looney, not a top option, but he knows how to contribute.
I love the energy and movement that Looney plays with. Doesn't create a lot on his own, but he always picks his spots, and he can finish a play if you take your eye off him.
So it's the Warriors now, following the score by Houston. Curry, good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Stolen by Thompson. Now the Warriors moving it up. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Nobody has been better at clogging the passing lanes than this group, who are the tops in the league in steals since the All-Star break. Fourth, James Harden.
Defensively, he's been a club. I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponents. And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Curry can't get it to go.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Smailagic, good, and Curry gets the assist.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
A minute 50 left to play here in the half. Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Now here's Curry. He has 6. Green left side. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Warriors lead by 11.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And so Houston again turning it over. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. 1:16 left now here in the second. Curry against Westbrook. It's Curry with the drive. He kicks it to Green. Gets it to fall from the right block. Green's got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Harden. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Chris, he's checked in for Golden State. Free throw good from Harden. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Westbrook with the block. And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break with a 10-point.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed. And that's going to do.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Chris in at the center position.
It will be a rare night that you're going to outdo Steph and Curry in a game of matching threes.
Westbrook up top, guarded by Curry. It's deflected.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And that one's good. Green.
And what this team loves about Green, a Swiss Army knife of tools that can beat you in many ways.
And here's Westbrook. He has 7. Here's Harden on the wing. From past the arc. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Rockets trail by 10. Curry with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The pass break chance. And Covington sends it back. Harden against Thompson. Outside Covington. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Jeff Green is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Warriors leading by 10. Green bounce pass. Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run, those that can't get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
A lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. Then I think also they're a team that has better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Harden inside the three-point line, and the shot is long.
High percentage look for him, but bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Poole, the pass to Green, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Green's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors. Wiggins against Harden. Three-pointer. The Rockets with another miss.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Here's Looney. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. And the Warriors lead by 16.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
The three from Harden. Green. And Green is right there. Green's got his first points of the game.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Here's Poole. Tips it. The rebound by Jeff Green. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. Fires the three. Another miss by Harden.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Launches a three. And James Harden with the three. Harden's got 11 points.
And that's his second triple of the game. Hadn't hit any in the first half. Maybe they made an adjustment at the break.
Poole, no good. Rockets trail by 13. From deep three-point range, up again, and Green is right there. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. And finished off by Rivers.
Once you get Austin out in space, his quickness and fluidity really shines.
Warriors leading by 9.
Gotta recognize the situation. Trying to get a 2-for-1.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you want to get a good shot.
Wiggins against Rivers. Passes to Poole. Rocket 6. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. So both teams changing it up here.
Allen
Kicks it out to Wiggins. High post shot. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And the pass to McLemore. Offline with his 3. Fires for 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action after this word. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. McLemore is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Clemens in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Well, at this point, it's undeniable that Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. You talk about guys like Ray Allen, he has passed up. That is big time.
And there are no metrics to deny. What Curry is doing is incredible.
And at this point, we take his jaw-dropping feats for granted. He passes the numbers test, and he certainly passes the eye test. Curry, the best at what he does.
Thompson for 3. And again, no good by Golden State.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Westbrook, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish. That's just great court recognition there. He saw the D pack in the lane on the break, so he calmly rose up and drained the transition 3.
Kicks it to Covington. Houston moving the ball around. Connects from 3-point range.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Curry way outside, tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. To the paint, it's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry. And the Warriors making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. McLemore, the tip in on the offensive rebound. McLemore's got it back down to single digits for the Rockets.
And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
Houston making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Now here's Thompson from deep. But they'll get another chance. And another shot. And the basket by Pascal. And the Warriors lead by 10.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Outside Westbrook, trying his luck from deep. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Curry passes to Pascal. Covington with the steal. Here's Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
That one's not going to go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. In the corner, it's Wiggins. From outside, off the mark. Gets trailed by 6. Here's Tucker. And it's off from 3-point range. And for the Warriors, they're shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. And it's the Rockets on the break. Westbrook leading the charge. Yep, it counts. 6 points for Ben McLemore.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to to taking the lead.
Daniel House is checked in for McLemore. And the Warriors also making a change. Green's checked in. Here's Houston now. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Here's Westbrook. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both free throws good from Westbrook.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Pass to Green. Puts it up from 12. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Houston now. They're on a 13-4 run. Harden's shot is good.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
And for the Warriors, they're shooting in this 4th quarter pretty dire at 27%. Thompson passes to Wiggins. 1:02 left to play here in the 4th. The layup off target. Here's Harden. It falls!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
And it's Golden State's ball. Here's Curry. Good!
You talk about pressure situation. Stephen Curry lives for these moments.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
For 3, Covington. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Green lives for these kind of moments. Always ready when his name is called.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Absolutely. They're within striking distance, but they have to make pretty much every shot.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
Thompson. Offline. Here is House. Harden has a wide open look. It's good!
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the game. Is what you're taking.
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
Curry outside. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. That was a fun night of basketball. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony.
positive and improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So
and with NBA, they got a lot of pride there. There's no doubt, and rightfully so. Thank you. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Morris.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers. In the backcourt, Chris is out there with Green. And it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Morris looking over the floor. Outside Leonard. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you say?
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before. And it doesn't work with the great ones. No. Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
And Leonard stays with it.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays on the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul.
First personal foul, 2 seconds.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in.
And that's why he's one of the best two-way wings out there. George will lock you down on D, and it takes a very special effort to get off a clean shot against him.
And stolen by Chris. Curry with it. George picks him up. Curry can't get it to go.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Beverley kicks to George. And the wide open shot from Morris. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
For three.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Curry gets the bucket.
I mean, that's good as soon as it leaves his fingers. I mean, he's not going to miss from there.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Pass to Zubac. Morris against Curry. Morris passes to Zubac. And George kicks to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Again, Los Angeles.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Well, Kevin, this Warriors team, they just have a wealth of stars. Nothing can equal the roster from last season, but they legitimately had an all-star at every position for this.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Chris can't hit.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
In the corner, it's Morris. Puts it up from 15. Here's Zubac. The three from George. The three-pointer is right on target. George has got 5.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Green left side. On the wing, Wiggins. Outside for Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got a couple of threes now in the first of the Warriors. And even with the departures this offseason, the Warriors, Chris, are still a contender.
Yeah, and the Warriors knew that they couldn't keep the same roster. It just wasn't possible. But still, what a ride it was for the short time it lasted.
Now, here's George. He has 5. Curry with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Thompson finds Chris. And Chris throws it down.
Oh, that's a great pass by Thompson. You see the skill, the craft. He's adept at finding what he got.
Clippers trail by 3. Beverley the pass to George. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Beverley against Curry. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
But what a great feel Curry has. Even with contact, you're not going to keep him from getting the ball in the bucket.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Shooting.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 1 17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Fires the three. The Clippers keep it alive. A three ball. It's good from long range. He has 7.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark as we wrap up the first. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. One of the most demonstrative.
That's all defense is. It is effort. It's the effort to.
Well, and he should know, a former Defensive Player of the Year.
You know, he just takes pride in being their anchor defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
We've got Looney, and it's Curry in at the point. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Now, here's Curry. 13 points in the game. The shot by Looney, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
Curry way outside. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 16.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
And it's Shamet missing. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Shamet with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go all the way. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Passes it to Pascal. Smailagic. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
I like that big play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
Now here's Jackson. He had 16 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Stolen by Jackson. Outside Leonard, back to Green. Jackson up top, at the elbow, Green. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. As we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent, the biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor, and the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes, and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Here is Williams. Following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Jackson, and the second chance effort by Jackson.
more good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And that one, good. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Williams. Back to Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. The kick out to Williams. Over in the corner, Green. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Over in the corner, Green. Green missing again.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Now the pass to Poole. Down low. It's deflected. The dish to Wiggins. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Golden State Warriors. George is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson passes to Morris. Now Shamet, covered by Wiggins. The Clippers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And he makes the first.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game's going on.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And George kicks to Beverley. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And Beverley has wonderful moves and has a great stroke from downtown. Gotta love how he rises up with plenty of confidence.
Stolen by Beverley. That one doesn't drop. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 16 points, 2 steals. And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Oh, man, what a tremendous first half. Okay, obviously he's feeling the flow, and he's looking to keep it going.
So for the Clippers right now, we've got Marcus Morris, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. And stolen by Wiggins.
Intelligent defense. He reads the play. Gets himself in the perfect position to come up with the steal.
Paul George with the steal. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Morris with the bucket. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Curry can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Morris finds George. To the inside. And it's blocked. Thompson against George. Outside Curry. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. The Clippers in the lead. And here's Leonard from 3. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. Beverley against Curry. Wiggins outside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The Warriors making a switch here. Looney's checked in.
And you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Now, here's Beverly. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. You could argue Curry is one of the most skilled players of all time.
The shooting alone puts him in the conversation, and very few can match up to just that. Guys like LeBron and Wilt dominate with their size and athleticism, but Curry is an all-time great because of his once-in-a-lifetime skill.
And here's Leonard. After the three-pointer from Klay Thompson, Leonard with the steal. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Now, here's Curry. He's got 16. Looney. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Outside, George, the 3, score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. No good from Zubac.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
In the corner, George with it. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. George has got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles. Curry with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Looney. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. L.A. has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. George passes to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Jackson from long range. Golden State's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Curry. Connects in the foul line jumper. Curry's got 20.
And you see the killer instinct Curry has. I mean, when he's hot, he looks to score whenever possible.
Just 3 on the clock. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call.
And Jackson uses his trademark quickness to bother shooters, really getting up all over them.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Clippers ahead, up 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The shot by Curry, no good. Clippers leading by 4. And for Los Angeles, Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Green, and it's Jackson in at the 1.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Inside, it's stolen by Green. And they're pushing it up. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there. But then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
For the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Thompson, left side. The putback. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
And that one against the Pistons, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
And the Warriors making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. You think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they've got and be more patient?
Oh, are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go out. This is why I need a psychologist because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Rod Strickland. Like, just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. And so, yeah, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted and it's based upon their expectations, and their expectations may not be based in reality.
Thompson against George. Here's Thompson. Down low. Here's Chris. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Clippers.
Shamet the pass to Beverly. Takes the 3. Steph Curry with the rebound.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Williams is checked in. Jumps up. And George with the stuff.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Green with the ball. Now Green defending. Outside Williams. Back to Green. And there's the call on Curry. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And here is Los Angeles now. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Such a wide open look. Shamet's got 5 points in the quarter.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, yeah, Greg, you see more teams doing this nowadays. We all are firmly entrenched in the era of the 3-ball.
And Green gets it to go.
Buckets like this get Green going. Stand up, Saginaw. He loves finishing right on the physical defense.
Clippers leading by 15. Morris kicks to Shamet. And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter. It's Williams with the drive. Clock at 6. Morris finds Williams. Thompson with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
One of the more multi-purpose players you'll find. I mean, Green can score from anywhere on the court.
Double team on Williams. Right side George. Pass to Morris. Back to George. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him. Morris passes to George. Outside Green. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Los Angeles.
One of the areas that has been critical for them, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
A huge factor in this one, Kevin. The hustle on the offensive glass, the willingness to go after those rebounds, that was key.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. That's good from Chris. One thing about Curry you have to admire, Greg. He never wants the spotlight to himself, even as a leader of his team. He always wants his teammates to shine as well.
You think back to when Clay was trying to break Curry's three-point record last season. Curry was not only cheering for him, but actively setting him up to make it happen. That camaraderie Curry shows is why his teammates love him.
Here's Patterson, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Patrick Patterson.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
The rebound by Noah. And it's the Clippers' ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. Mann passes to Jackson. Passes it to Noah. Here's Magruder. Jackson from long range. Misses there. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and
in your face.
You play 2K?
All the time.
You act?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the power forward. And that one's good. Beverley. Offenses in this league so creative, Clark. A lot of them very hard to stop. And tonight, we get to see 2 of these great offenses in this one.
What a treat. The fast pace that these teams play with really wear you down defensively. And the way offenses can space the floor and spread you out, boy, it's fun to watch, but it's certainly hard to defend.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
And here's Houston. House, the pass to Tucker. That one goes. Count it.
And though lacking some height, Kevin, Tucker has the bounce, the reach, and the strength and attitude to do damage inside.
Now here's Beverley. Zubac, the pass to Beverley. There's the double team with Westbrook. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Rockets with the ball. And it's Houston's ball. The 3 from Harden drains the three-pointer.
You know, sometimes you're risking the blow-by or the drive-by if you play tight on Harden. Or like here, maybe he'll knock down a jumper right in your face. He's just got so many ways to hurt you. It's hard to guard.
Here's Zubac looking to end the run. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on James Harden. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Beverley against Westbrook. The pass to Zubac. On the wing, Morris.
Boy, I tell you, the long reach of Covington really bothering shooters. I mean, he enjoys making life difficult for whoever he's assigned to.
The 3 from Harden. It's hauled in by Zubac.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Here's Beverley. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Shot clock at 6. Zubac kicks to Beverley. The 3 from George. And Westbrook pulls it down.
And, well, when you let the shot clock run down that far, that's the kind of shot you're going to end up with.
Clippers trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you have to be really on your toes when you're defending Paul George. He's excellent when it comes to using the pump fake to draw fouls.
A different look for the Clippers. JaMychal Green comes in for Ivica Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now here's McLemore. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Pass to House. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson comes in for George. And a switch here also for Houston. Carroll's checked in. 1:52 left to play here in the first. There's Green with the three. That shot off, and it's Houston the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. Now here's McLemore outside, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. Following the score by Reggie Jackson. Here's Clemens, passes it to Carroll. Feeds it to Green. McLemore with the ball. He's against Williams. And there's McLemore on the assist from Green.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Williams scanning the floor. And Green gets it to go.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
It's Carroll on the wing. To the wing right side. McLemore inside the line. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Pass to Shamet. Clippers moving the ball around. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Williams. That one wide left.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
Shamet, and he drains the three, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, and still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Rockets ahead, up by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, McLemore is out there with DeMarre Carroll. And it's Rivers, and it's Green, and it's Clemens in at the 1 spot. The Clippers trail. You know, at this point in his career, Austin Rivers has proven how deadly he can be as a weapon, Clark, off the bench.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I like the energy that Rivers comes in with. I mean, he pushes the tempo and looks for a shot as well. And I think he can play either guard spot effectively.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Clemens, guarded by Jackson. Now McLemore. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Count that one. McLemore's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Jackson dishes to Williams. In the corner, Shamet with it. Shamet on the wing. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Carroll kicks to McLemore. Passes to Carroll. For 3, knocks down the 3 ball. McLemore's got 5 points now this quarter.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Green passes to Williams. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. There's Jackson with the 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. The pass to McLemore. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Jackson finds Green. Here's Morris. Pass to Williams. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And it's Shamet missing.
You know, he hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the 1 in the first.
It's Carroll on the wing. From the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Carroll's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Clippers trail by 3. To the paint. Jackson gets the bucket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
1:15 left in the first half. Fires it up. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
An even 3-on-3 break. From deep, McLemore. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for JaMychal Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. Paul George is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Williams. Westbrook. Oh, that was terrific!
My goodness! Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half of the game. Jackson kicks to Beverly. Back to Jackson. Pass to Zubac. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Harden way outside. And a miss there on the triple. He gets it up. That shot off. And that'll do it for the first half.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all off.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Rick. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. And that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Reggie Jackson has been sensational.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Morris is out there with the hits at Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Bangs home the trifecta. Leonard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers. Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation. But I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Harden's gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Harden has a wide open look. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harden's got 6.
You know, the confidence Harden has in his three-point shot, especially that step back that he shoots, is just mind-boggling. He loves letting it fly from deep.
Here's George. The rebound by Harden.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. George passes to Zubac. Leonard inside. Sweet move. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris. The Clippers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this. First one falls for him.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
George with the ball. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Beverly, the pass to Morris. Doesn't go that time. And Houston the other way now. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
The Rockets trail. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, starting out in the D-League, then bouncing around the international circuit, Tucker took the long, hard road to get here. Well, you know, how can you not get excited about the way P.J. Tucker plays defense? Takes on all comers. Great intensity. He really is the leader of his team defensively.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And McLemore, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Beverly. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And with Tucker Clark and his defense, he'll pump his team up with his play.
You know, that's a big reason, guys, why he sees so many minutes every game. I mean, his rotations are on time. He's got excellent hands, which allow him to force turnovers. But I think it's his intensity that sets him apart.
Westbrook dishes to Covington. Another miss by Houston.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Landry Shamet's checked in for Los Angeles. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Rivers, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Drills it from outside.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Beverly with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. George passes to Beverly. Outside, Green. Back to Leonard. Outside, George. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Harden surveying the D. And no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Beverly, and Covington sends it back. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. There's the triple. They get the rebound.
And, you know, that's the hustle and nose for the ball that P.J. Tucker possesses. You've got to get a body on him.
And here's Jackson. 11 points in the game. Passes it to Shamet. Ball's knocked loose. And here they come. And here's Harden for three. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. Leonard dishes to Jackson. And Covington sends it back. Here's Williams. It's off. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Houston. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in its small forward. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
Man, I like the activity of Covington's hands. He's constantly active, which is why he's able to get these steals.
Outside for George. Back to Leonard. The shot, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. Williams against Harden. House. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Harden way outside. Tucker. Chip back in for 2.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Jackson kicks to George. From deep three-point range. Rebound by House. Rockets leading by 4. For the 3. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by House. 14 points for James Harden.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Now the feed to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Outside, George. Just 5 to shoot. Over House. Here's Zubac. The dish to Williams. The Rockets pull it in. Here's Harden. An easy 2 points on the layup. And it's a 9-point Houston lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the basket by Jackson.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
And there's the pass to House. Back to Westbrook. And the shot goes in. Westbrook's got the lead up to 9 now for the Rockets.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
It's Williams with the drive. George finds Williams. Outside Jackson to the inside. And George gets it to go.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Westbrook against Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Jackson. Beverly deciding where to go with it. To the wing on the left. Feeds to Morris. Stolen by Harden. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got his first 2 points of the night. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Rockets.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for James Harden.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Stolen by Harden, and it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Clemens. It's deflected. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
"17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here is Mbah a Moute. No good. Shot missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Man, no good. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And in the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for...
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was.
When the Warriors come down the tunnel, it's always a sight to see. Crest. And with, well, Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors. We know San Francisco will be too. Thanks, DA. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Green. And it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. And it's Houston's ball. And for Steph Curry, certainly one of the best to ever play. Iguodala said last season, Brent, that he's already the second best point guard to ever play in pro basketball.
Well, high praise from Andre Iguodala, and why wouldn't you talk about Steph that way? You tally up MVPs and titles and his impact on the game and what he's done to change the way the game is played. The case for Steph Curry to be the top point guard ever is getting stronger and stronger every season. The guy that he's going to have to knock off the top of that shelf, I think, for most everybody who's been basketball fans for a long time, is one Magic Johnson.
Now here's Harden after the miss from Stephen Curry. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. On the wing, Wiggins. And again, it's the Warriors missing. In the corner, it's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
You got your scorecard out, Kevin. That might be a 50, or are we going 100 or 1,000? Westbrook with a unique combination of power and athleticism.
Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Tucker. No good with the triple. Starting for the Rockets, it was a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Thompson for 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Draymond Green, we know he plays with attitude. He plays with force. His teammates appreciate the unselfish approach he had.
Poked away. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? So we'll just have to wait and see.
Here's Harden. Begins with the block. Covington in the corner. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Drills the three-pointer. Harden's got 5.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that the three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Now here's Curry, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Harden scanning the floor. He feeds it to Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. Great open look there.
I like to see this from Westbrook when he focuses on hitting his guys. It can make the entire team better.
And the dunk by Westbrook.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off. Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And here's Harden for 3. Chris with the rebound. Warriors trail by 5. On the wing, Wiggins. Outside, Green. Here's Thompson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Klay Thompson just never dwelling too long on a game where he might miss a couple shots or over the course of maybe a couple weeks when he's not in his best form. He turns it around pretty quickly, does Klay, and it's pretty impactful.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor.
Golden State foul call. Jordan Poole. That's his first personal foul.
It's Rivers on the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Poole the pass to basket. Here's Poole. Pass to basket. It's stolen by Green. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. Off target from outside.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his guys.
Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to help.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Klay Thompson, and it's Looney in at the center, filling out the middle. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Now here's Rivers. 11 points last game. Right wing. Takes a 3. Fires the 3. From deep, McLemore. Offensive rebound. Lets it go with the 3. Good on the triple. McLemore's got the lead up to 7 now for the Rockets.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Here's Poole. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move, off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for the matchup with the Bulls, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Now here's McLemore. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. The Rockets shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And the technical free throw is good. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Thompson. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. McLemore dishes to Rivers. That shot, no good. The Warriors go the other way with it. Coming off that loss against the Nets, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. That's his first foul. Curry's checked in for the Warriors. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Harden's checked in from past the arc. And they will call over the back on the play.
I It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Robert Covington's checked in for McLemore. It's Curry with the drive. He gets it in there. Curry's got his second bucket.
Yeah, so just a shooter? Yeah, I don't think so.
To the middle. And Covington gets it to go on the assist from Tucker. Covington's got the game tied up here for the Rockets. Down low, outside for Curry. Covington with the steal. Harden outside. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And Curry has it in the corner. Hands it from downtown. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And here's Harden for three. He can't get that one to fall. The Warriors go the other way.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And the three ball is good.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Deflects the pass. Houston moving the ball around. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter was the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Covington against Curry. To the inside. Here's Wiggins. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Wiggins has got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Curry with it. Lets the three fly. They get it again. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They've got the 7-point lead. Check what... And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
They're almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3 spot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Westbrook passes to Harden over to the left wing. And here's Tucker. It's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And that one's good. House.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Thompson finds Chris. Back to Thompson. Inside. Chris pass to Green. And Covington sends it back. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, he's edge-of-your-seat material out in transition. Westbrook is equally adept at pulling up for the shot or taking it to the rack.
Curry can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 4. Harden inside the three-point line. And Houston again with the bucket.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. They've led by as much as 10. The pass to Green. To the paint. And Chris throws it down.
Marquise Chris can get up off that floor. Wow.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The 3 from Harden. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Curry with a wide-open look. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
Anything the opponent does, trust me, Steph can do it better. He's got to be the best shooter that we've ever seen in the game.
Harden can't hit.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Westbrook kicks to House. Back to Westbrook. Poke loose. Tucker the pass to Covington. And here's Harden for 3. Again, the miss by Harden. Warriors leading by 7. Beyond the arc. That won't go. He's failed to score in 6 of his 11 tries from the field. Here's Westbrook. Banked in off the glass. 8 points for him. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
No. We don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon.
And here is Curry after the three-pointer from Robert Covington. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Marquise Chris getting more and more used to using his body on the inside and dealing with the contact.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Clemens. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
The Warriors lead it. Here's Poole. Chris. And Chris throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Pass to House. Some nice passing there by Houston. Stolen by Tucker. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Poole. And he converts the layup. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
That's his second personal foul. Checking in for your Warriors.
Now Carroll still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The Rockets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Warriors leading by 3. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's stolen by Carroll. There's McLemore. And the dunk by McLemore.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Here's Poole. He's got 5. Inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Warriors lead by 3.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Warriors lead by 3. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Come on, guys. Come on. Play our game.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Looney, and it's Poole in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Another shot, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Rockets trail by 6. And Tucker kicks to McLemore. Carroll, no one around him. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's Clemens. Sinks the three-pointer.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Poole. Rebound by House. House has got 4 rebounds now tonight. From deep, McLemore got a piece of it. Pass to Poole. Tries a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, he's got that height advantage, and out on the perimeter, a smaller defender is just not going to contest.
Pass to McLemore. Here is House, covered by Wiggins. From deep, McLemore. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from House.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
There's the basket. Poole puts up a 3. Rockets with the rebound. Tucker's got 6 rebounds in the game. Second shot opportunity. Good. And the Warriors lead by 8.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
McLemore, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And there's the foul. Will go on P.J. Tucker. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So it's both teams making substitutions here. It's Curry with the drive. Here's Pascal. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game. Rockets trail by 10. Here's Westbrook. Great tee that time from Green.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Thompson dishes to Green. Back to Thompson. It's rebounded by Houston. Tucker's got 6 rebounds here tonight. From deep, Harden. That shot missing. The Warriors go the other way. Stolen by Tucker. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Pass to Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. Second chance shot. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Harden. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Curry against Westbrook. Curry is inside. And a lot of contact on that one. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Passes it to Wiggins. Down low, Covington. Wiggins with some nice D. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Leading by 5. And Chris throws it down.
Yeah, that's just working for the better shot. We always talk about in the NBA, good to great, great possession there.
But they get it back. Draymond Green with the rebound. 43 seconds left in the fourth. Curry is inside. Guarded by McLemore. With the fadeaway. Thompson for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Thompson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
The huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And Curry, here we go. Thompson finds Curry. From deep. Missed. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
The Staples Center downtown Los. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
Now Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Chris in its center. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the one.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Wiggins against Leonard. Passes it to Green. He kicks to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Stolen by George. Leonard attacking. Outside, George. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Boy, when you look at the numbers and the impact for Paul George, there is no question he's been in the MVP conversation. The outside shooting, the ability to attack the rim, and the force he is on the defensive end, just so impressive.
Pass to Beverly. He dishes it to Leonard. Outside for George. Buries the long-range jumper.
You've got to be prepared on the catch to release quickly, and Paul George does that as well as anyone in the league.
And Doris with George, and his offense last season might have been his best effort yet.
Yeah, Kevin, he had to take on more responsibility on the offensive end, and you could tell he has shot more and more threes. He gives his team a much-needed outside threat. You loved everything Paul George is able to give you.
To the middle. Here's Morris. Tipped away. Outside for George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Klay Thompson has a reputation as a long, tenacious defender. This guy excels at realizing when to go for it.
Now here's Curry. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Kicks it out to Leonard. In the corner, it's Morris. Shot clock at 5. Curry with it. George picks him up. Here's Thompson. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, Thompson is so great at sprinting up the floor. Exceptional at getting to the right spot.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Leonard, the pass to Morris. Got a piece of it. Thompson outside. To the inside. And Chris throws it down.
That's just a terrific pass from Klay Thompson. My goodness. Well, the commitment to winning for the Golden State Warriors certainly begins at the top of the organization, right, guys? Ownership has made it very clear money will not be an issue in retaining their stars.
And the Warriors ownership saying they want this organization to be more than a basketball team, Doris. What do you take that to mean?
I think it means, Kevin, probably the popularity of a great team can be leveraged, right? Via marketing, via media, technology, real estate. Those other revenue streams enable them to sustain this big payroll.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial Sixth Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
There's a dogged intensity with which Draymond Green plays the game of basketball. He will get to the space he wants and score it.
Now, here's Green. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco. A three from Morris. Drops in the tray. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Omen passes to Thompson. Shoots from the corner. The pass to Green. Back to Chris. Inside, just 4 to shoot. Green, no luck. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And the ability to stretch the floor from the power forward spot door is becoming almost a requirement. That's worked out well for Marcus Morris.
Boy, when he comes into the league, Kevin, 2011, he was viewed as that classic tweener. That at one point was a negative level. The game has now shifted his direction because of his versatility.
Now here's Wiggins. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
How about that concentration from Andrew Wiggins? He refuses to give in to the defense. What a finish.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
At the line for 2.
That's good from Jackson.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And so lots of scoring in that. All the great Golden State Warriors scores. Draymond Green's.
I think there are times where one.
Yeah, why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green more often than not is the one setting the table.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter, they've got Andrew Wiggins, and it's Poole in at the 1 spot. Man, good, and a nice assist from Noah. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
The Warriors making a switch here.
Boy, for all the talent Andrew Wiggins brings to the table, you wonder what his assessment of the 2018-19 season is. Obviously, he took a step back in terms of his production, and I think that had a lot to do with his lack of consistency with his shot. He's got a ton of talent. Let's see where it takes him.
Morris outside to the wing on the left from downtown. He's off on that one. So Golden State will take it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. with the rebound. And with Wiggins, Doris, and his struggles last year, he seemed to be relying more on his outside shot.
You wonder if Wiggins feels the pressure of an NBA that now so heavily emphasizes that three-point shooting. But his strength, to me, is putting the ball on the deck, attacking the rim, and relentlessly going at defenders. He's got to get back to that.
Green with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And Poole gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 2.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Boy, Greg, neither team willing to give an inch and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Kicks to Wiggins. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Andrew Wiggins. Right around 21 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he brings it for them every game on the offensive end.
Well, I think you can tell he relishes this role, being the catalyst on the offensive end, night in and night out.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Green. Leonard comes in for Patrick Patterson. Landry Shamet's checked in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Outside Williams, launches it, drains it from beyond the arc.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Outside Curry. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Williams scanning the floor. Shamet kicks to Williams. His three-pointers off the mark. Warriors leading by 3. Shamet with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Unloads from 13. And he hits the jump shot. Shamet's got his first basket of the night. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Here's Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Three-pointer. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Right side, Green shoots from the right block. 2 points. That one goes. Green's got 6.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Out to the right wing. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Leonard. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his second make this quarter.
Thompson outside. Curry against Beverly. From deep. The shot that time, not on target. Leonard fires away from outside. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Clippers lead. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just... And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. And hard to believe that gruesome injury Paul George suffered, 5 years ago. Wow.
It's incredible, Kevin, to think for a player to come back from what we expected to be a devastating injury. This is an incredible story for Paul George. He took the time he needed, and consider last year, for much of the season, he was very much involved in that MVP conversation.
On the clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And here's a look at some stats for Paul George. Some good contributions, really, since the All-Star break. Averaging 17 points per game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers.
JaMychal Green.
To the middle. It's tipped. Beverley finds Green. And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. The drive by Thompson. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Green.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Wiggins with it. Leonard picks him up. The score now all even. And that's 12 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Jackson passes to Morris. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And as talented as Andrew Wiggins is, there are games, Doris, when he can fade into the background, and his team needs him the most.
Yes, and the questions become, is he passive? Is he disengaged on the offensive end? And that, I think, can be frustrating because people around the league will tell you that this young man is as talented and as skilled as any player in the league. It's really, for Andrew Wiggins, about finding a measure of consistency.
Warriors trail by 3. Thompson outside. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And the 3 off target. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Jackson kicks to Morris. Off target with his 3.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Clippers leading by 3. Pass to Jackson. From 18 feet away.
We know that Thompson is an excellent defender. He does such a good job timing shots for those rejections.
And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Lou Williams is checked in for Morris. Thompson for 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Leonard dishes to George. Shoots from the elbow. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles. Golden State moving it around. Thompson is double. Passes to Pascal. Now Thompson, guarded by Green. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. 1:31 left to play in the third. Here's Thompson.
And they aren't giving up the same types of looks we saw in the first half, making them earn their points now.
It's got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months, the scope of that for Green.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
And the Clippers making a change here. Shamet's checked in. Steph Curry's checked in for the Warriors. And there's the call on Curry. That's his third foul of the game. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. On defense, the Warriors. 4-point game. Here's Shamet. That three off the mark. Golden State's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. The shot by Curry, no good.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Nuggets, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Boy, how about the long strides of Klay Thompson? You sell out on the jumper, he puts it on the deck and drives it.
Beverly for three. Nailed from three-point land. Beverly's got himself on the board with three there.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
It's Curry with the drive. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
George, no good. Warriors trail by 7. All sorts of time. The second chance effort. Pascal's shot is off.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Both good from the line that time. On its way from Curry for 2.
Well, that's the wingspan of Paul George. He is so good at bothering shooters with that.
The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead, up by 9. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Then there's Draymond Green, and it's Pascal in at the 4th. Clippers leading by 9. Beverly, the pass to Shamet. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And it's Green with the jam.
Well, Draymond Green is a smart, strong guy who is able to finish through contact.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Free throw drops for Green. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Shamet with it on the wing. Morris. Thompson in the post. He's covered by Shamet. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Thompson.
It takes nice touch that close to the rim. And Klay Thompson, yes, he's got that in his game too.
And Beverly kicks to Morris. To the paint. Pass to Beverly. Back to Zubac. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. And right on target. Good. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Here's Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
George passes to Beverly. Just 5 on the clock. Takes it from 10. And yes, it's good.
That's how you do it. The D looked helpless on that possession.
Warriors trail by 6. Thompson outside. Green against Zubac. 9 feet out. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
We know that Draymond Green is going to stay aggressive and play to his strengths. Really good job here.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Landry Shamet. And the Warriors also making a change. Chris is checked in. Now here's Beverly. The pass to Zubac. 4 on the clock. Back to Beverly. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris with the bucket.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Morris finds Zubac. Morris passes to Beverly, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Warriors making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. Warriors trail by 7. Curry looking around. Fires from deep. That shot off the mark. And the Clippers will come the other way. George, that's a 2-pointer. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. Curry outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Morris. Outside, George. Passes it to Zubac. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Just 5 to shoot. Yep, that one goes in there.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Clippers.
Tonight, they seem committed to the 3-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Chris passed to Wiggins. That one drops for him.
I think tonight is a great measure of Wiggins' progress, scoring in volume in a variety of ways.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. The 3 from George. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Outside Curry. Bangs home the trifecta.
Nobody you want taking that shot more than Steph Curry. What a pressure player.
And here's Leonard from 3. Off target. And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony,
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way.
We are influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3. And the dunk by Zubac.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find. Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Now here's Beverly. Now here's Leonard. 23 points for him the last game against Golden State.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
5 to shoot. Beverly, the pass to Morris. Goes back up. No good that time. So Houston will take it the other way. And Smitty with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now. And it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
Here's Morris. Following the 3 by Houston that ran. Westbrook pulls it in. Here's Harden on the wing. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
And that one is good from Zubac.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
Here's Westbrook. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Pass to Zubac. Beverly with the ball. Pass to Morris. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Clippers. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. Of course, there's the Rockets. They're sitting in 5th place.
Yeah, and when I look at the Clippers, they're well above the position.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
George against Harden. Now, here is George. He's tightly guarded. Morris dishes to George. The tray. Rockets with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. And it's sent back by George. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. There's 1:47 left in the first quarter. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. A proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there's some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
And that one's good. Beverly.
One thing we know about Beverly, he plays with a lot of confidence, believes every shot is going in.
From deep Harden, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And that's now 6 points for James Harden. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Morris tried to free himself up, and the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got 5 now.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
Good on the shot.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Clippers trail by 5. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Beverly. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Explosive first step off the bounce. Beverly has the speed to do this.
Now the pass to McLemore. Dishes it to Harden. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And so it's Houston with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. We'll return shortly. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a number standpoint?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Morris is out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Green, then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Here's Shamet. Off target from three-point range. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise. A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
Morris passes to Williams, and the wide-open shot from Morris. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
This is where Morris can kill you. He's pretty much claimed that in-between game.
Clemens, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Clemens. Shot clock at 6. Outside Carroll. The Rockets again can't hit. And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal. Turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set. And you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Shamet, the pass to Jackson. And a miss there on the triple. Rockets leading by 4. Down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Morris passes to Jackson. Carroll against Morris. Back to Jackson, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Let's take a moment to see which squads have been the most dominant on the glass this season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The Clippers third.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Rockets. Daniel House comes in for McLemore. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. 8-point game. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
You have to respect how Lou plays. Wiry, strong, no stranger to the +1.
Houston making some changes. P.J. Tucker comes in for Damari Carroll. And James Harden subbed in for Rivers. And then for Los Angeles, Leonard, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's George in for Reggie Jackson. And for a long time, JaMychal Green was mostly an energy player. But he's expanded his game lately.
Worked on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot. Now, Kevin, he still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
Clearly a foul.
The Clippers have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Rockets. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Lou Williams. Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. And we got a chance now to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for Harden.
And the trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
Clippers trail by 3. George looking over the floor. They kick it out to Green over Westbrook. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And Harden launches it from deep. Again, the miss by Harden.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. Pass to Green. To the middle. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
And here's Covington from the arc. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. George against Harden. George with the ball. Here's Zubac. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good action. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 11 points, 3 assists. And that should...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Yeah, in the first half, he took on the role of playmaker. I think it surprised the defense a little bit. Gave this offense a different dimension.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3 spot. Here's the 3. No good on that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Back to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris right side. Left side, Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. Now Beverly wants to get it to Morris and does. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. George from deep three-point land. Can't connect from long distance.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Some players out there are either loved or hated by the fans. There's no in-between, Smitty. But when you take a look at divisive players in the league, who pops into your head?
Draymond Green, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James. There's some people that love him, and there's some people that hate him.
Sure.
Joel Embiid is starting to creep into that conversation. Those are some of the guys you just... Some people love him, and some people hate him.
Morris inside, guarded by McLemore. Lobs it up, and Covington sends it back. And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Lou Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. Morris passes to Shamet. Out to the wing. The pass to Morris. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Morris has got his second basket of the game. Rockets leading by 6. Here's Clemens. The Rockets with another miss. Clippers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Pass to Jackson. Pass to Shamet. And here is Morris. 5 on the clock. To the paint. Outside for Jackson. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by McLemore.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
That shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
But they recover it. It's stolen by Carroll. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it, and he makes that one. Here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the dunk by Jackson.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
1:30 left here in the third quarter. Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
Williams for 3. Carroll with the rebound. Houston leading by 6. Here's Rivers. Off the left rim and out.
Yeah, well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Now here's Williams. Here's Shamet. Misses the 3. Rockets have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Stolen by Jackson. Passes to Morris. Jackson looking around. Back to Morris. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Clippers shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And And not too long ago, Reggie Jackson signed a 5-year, $80 million deal. A lot of pressure on him to earn that money.
Beverly against Westbrook. Beverly, the pass to Shamet. That one off the back iron and out. Now Tucker. Outside, House. No good there. And we've reached the end of the third. Rockets lead by 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. And it's Green in at the center position. Here's Westbrook. That one, no good.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Here's Leonard. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The 3 from Harden. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And that one's good. Beverly.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Harden has a wide open look. The Rockets with the new 14. From outside the arc. Drills it from outside.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half.
Clippers trail by 4. And George, here we go. Shamet finds Leonard. Outside, George. Back to Leonard. It's deflected. And the layup is good.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Here's Harden. Harden missing again.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Tucker. Kept alive. And the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the Claw.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And Beverly kicks to Shamet. Leonard looking over the floor. Jacks up a 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his second.
And there's the pass to Harden. Shoots over Shamet. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Beverly dishes to Green. Beverly, the pass to Green. There's the feed to Leonard. No good that time. Good D by Covington. Rockets leading by 3. It's House outside. It's hauled in by Beverly. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Green, no luck. 1:43 left to play in the final quarter. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Tucker finds Covington over Leonard. Here's Tucker. Here is House. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for JaMychal Green, and Marcus Morris subbed in for Landry Shamet.
Important points from Morris. When he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control. And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Westbrook up top, defended by Beverly, and it's Westbrook missing.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
To Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard's got the ball.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
George against Harden, and so they foul intentionally. .30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Leonard. Chalk up 2 there. And now a 7-point Clipper lead.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Here's the Clippers. And George kicks to Morris to the left wing. Outside, George. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
To the inside, Covington. Got it!
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
So the Clippers with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now,